These little things are good. Battlerite Battle Season 3, the last real season of Battlerite, has now come to an end. Battlerite now goes into maintenance mode, and SLS have officially taken their hands off the game and are hard at work at their new project. A lot of people have talked about the mistakes that SLS made and why Battlerite eventually died. But was Battlerite a failure, so to speak? To answer that, we need to establish what failure is, or in fact, let's do it the other way around. Let's try and determine what success is, and by doing so, we can then come to the conclusion of whether Battlerite did fail or not. I mean, is it as easy as to say that if the game becomes a huge title with a large enough player base and income to basically live forever, it succeeded? I mean, yeah, that's one definition of success. But if we do go with that definition, we also have to realize that most of the online PvP or online live service games are inevitably going to fail. The live service kind of game demands the player to spend a huge amount of time playing it, and time is a finite resource. We can't really dedicate ourselves fully to more than a few of these online live service games. And it seems like every developer out there wants their own live service game that should take up almost all your time. And of course they do. The ones that make it big: League of Legends, Dota 2, CSGO, Overwatch, Rocket League, Fortnite, Apex Legends, World of Warcraft. These are all huge success stories that rake in millions of billions of money bags. But for every big success story, there are piles of games that, according to this definition of success, failed. And yeah, Battlerite is one of them. Battlerite, a self-published game made by a young and small Swedish studio, didn't survive in the same space as the Riot Games, the Blizzards, the Epic Games, the Electronic Arts of the world. And the thing is, not even the giants make it. Blizzard have scaled back development and shut down esports for Heroes of the Storm. Epic shut down their MOBA Paragon. EA's Anthem crashed and burned. Way harder and faster than Battlerite, I would add. Valve's card game Artifact flopped hard. So yeah, call Battlerite a failure, but can we blame it? In a space where games are pretty much doomed to fail, and if you don't, you're an exception to the rule. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not pointing any fingers or looking down at anyone for being bummed about the game not making it bigger and the fact that SLS aren't actively supporting it anymore. Hell, I am one of those people. I am super bummed. I'm just saying that it's probably a bit naive for us to say that if SLS had only done this thing or that, it would have changed. Not even the studios that employ hundreds of developers with multi-million-dollar budgets and the biggest publishers in the world have any recipe for success when it comes to these online live service games. And now think about how you would define success for another genre, for single-player story games. We probably wouldn't say that unless games keep selling copies and have players playing it forever through the echoes of eternity, it's a failure. And if we're looking at small indie studios, I mean, as long as the games sell enough copies to return their investment and finance their next project, we would call that a successful release, right? And from the looks of it, Battlerite kinda did that. So in conclusion, there are 2 points that I would like to make with all of this. One is that, well, it depends and who knows. The other is that whether it actually did or not, despite me having dedicated an entire video to it, is not really that interesting. To come to a definitive answer to that question doesn't really give us or the developers any information of value. I think instead Battlerite should be looked at as a series of small failures and victories. Failures like the unfulfilled promise of the tournament system, or the handling of Battlerite Royale, for example. And victories like the successful free-to-play launch, the BPL, and at its core, a damn fine and fun game to play. Those are the things that SLS now need to focus on to make sure that they keep doing the good things and don't repeat the same mistakes in future projects. And for us, the players and the community, I think we should look at it the same way. Remember the bad things and the good things, instead of just focusing on the fact that eventually the game did fall off the wagon. If we just focus on that, we're all just going to be sad little piggies. Not fun. That's how I see it, at least. How do you see it? Share it with me. Why don't you head down to the comments and let me know your take on Battlerite looking back at it all. You can also join the Discord server if you want to keep chatting with me and a bunch of other cool people. I also stream on Twitch every Monday and every Wednesday. Links to all of those things are in the description. I hope you click them. Either way, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.